This segment brought to you by the Western Kansas Wildlife Travel Center in Oakley. In July 1874, the skies darkened and the hordes descended, devastating everything in their path. They sounded like a violent summer storm. They ate crops, but they also ate the tools used to raise them. They ate the wool off of sheep's backs and the clothes off of humans. People literally waded through the creatures inches deep on the ground. Locomotives could not get traction because the insects made the rails too slippery. They stayed for a couple of days to a week, just long enough to devour everything. Then they rose on the wind, just as they had come. Those who suffered most were the newly arrived settlers in the western areas of the state. They needed grain for next year's crops and to feed their work animals. They also needed provisions and clothing to make it through the coming winter. Governor Thomas Osborne called a special session of the legislature, which convened on September 15, 1874, hoping to find a way to help Kansans survive the calamity and relieve the destruction. The legislature approved $73,000 in bonds to provide aid. The plea for help went out across America. The rest of the nation responded to pleas for aid by sending money and supplies, which were often hauled free of charge by the railroads. Soon aid for the destitute Kansans began to arrive. Railroads provided free transportation of the barrels, boxes, and bales of supplies, such as beans, pork, and rice. America's farmers even donated rail cars full of barley and corn to assist Kansans with next year's planting.
Welcome to Western Kansas Wildlife Travel Center, right here in Oakley, Kansas on I-70 at exit 76. I-70, after all, is America's main street, and we're right here on Main Street for you. Now that I'm an Oakley resident, I still come in almost every day, and I sit and listen to the conversations of the people around me. You know, the guys who are talking about the big elk they just bagged, or the folks who are taking their kid to college for the first time. People just traveling up and down the highway. Real people, just like you and me. And they find just what I find here, real people to serve them. There's history, there's scenery. We hope you'll stop and see us soon. Welcome to Oakley.